Hey guys, it's your girl #perfectly perfect, your bigger sister Des with another video. And today, since I've recently turned 22, these are like certain things that I learned by the age of 22, or certain things I would recommend by the age of 22, which doesn't feel like a lot. I feel like, it's like still young, but there's nothing wrong with knowing more. The first thing I want to talk about is having a savings. I feel like a lot of people don't understand how important a savings account is. A lot of people don't understand how to take care of their finances. And I understand, like, we live in the state of a world where inflation has increased dramatically, and not only that is like the pay kind of don't add up. Like for certain places, I know minimum wage is pretty low. In Chicago, at least, Illinois, I'm not sure about Illinois, but definitely Chicago, minimum wage is at least $15. And you might be thinking, damn, that's not even that much. That's right, that's not even that much, but it is better than certain places where it's like $7 or $12. But definitely the cost of living and what people are getting paid minimally is not that much. So you definitely want to have a savings account, because you never know what might happen and when you might need this amount of money to complete whatever you have to do. Having a savings account is very important, and something you should know, something I was taught, you should have like at least 3 times your monthly expenses saved up, which might seem like a lot, but you never know. Like, you might be out of a job for some time and you don't have a steady income. You definitely want to have some source of something that you could look back into. So definitely have a savings account. Number 2, kind of like talking about savings, you want to have an interest or some type of thing that is giving you interest. And let me be honest, banking and having a savings, although it might be like a good idea, it's not gonna get you that much money back for just keeping your money in a bank. It's like 2.5 or 2.7 APR, which is not that much, to be honest. Like, if you have $1,000 in there and you get like 2% back, that's like $20 or so. So getting $20 every month, it's not much, trust me. So definitely you want to invest in something, and that's what I meant to say instead of interest. Definitely invest in something. This might be having a high yield account where I believe your money is in this account, but you can't touch it, but you do get a certain amount back for keeping your money in that account for that amount of time. I would definitely recommend that, and I should do that. A lot of people do crypto or stocks, and that might be very I'm sorry, I don't even know if you could hear that. I should have definitely used my mic, but I don't remember where it is. A lot of people do invest in stocks or crypto, and you might be thinking this is a high risk thing, but on the other hand, I would definitely say if you want to go into that, like, do it. Like, if you have like an extra $50 that's just there, you could definitely make some type of percentage back. And a lot of times you are going to lose. You definitely need to know what the stock market is. I believe crypto is a little bit less intense, because it's like a wave, just like the stocks, but you don't continuously have to pull out your money in a stock, because the market is gonna crash in like every 2-3 days with how things are going. But you do leave your money in there and hope that your money does increase over time. Like Bitcoin, nobody actually really took Bitcoin very serious, and then over the years it's like more than $80,000 for one Bitcoin, which is that's crazy. Honestly, that's crazy. For one Bitcoin, yeah, so definitely find something and invest in. And other things that you can invest in, honestly, there are, I don't remember, but there are like, it's not brokerage. You could own some part of a property, and I don't remember the right term for this. It's not exactly that, but you could earn some type of property, and every like 6 months you do get like a percentage back for owning that property. You don't have to go into, oh my gosh, I can't remember the word, which is so annoying, but you don't have to go into like buying properties. There's something that are liens and deeds and all that type of stuff. That is something you can do, but you do have to have like a couple stacks. Like you have to have like a couple grands saved up for you to be doing that. So if you do have that money and you want to like get something that's gonna make you an extra like $1,000 or so every like 6 months, then go for it. Definitely go for it. Invest for sure. Something else that you need to learn as you grow older is that people are going to leave most of the times when they come into your life. This might be something that is tragic as death, or it might be a failed relationship. And when I say relationship, I don't mean like romantically. It could be a platonic relationship, a friendship even. And you might think that you have invested time into someone and then they left, and you feel like you don't have that time back. That's okay. Like, people come, people go. That's part of life. You can't really force somebody to stay, and if you are trying to force somebody to stay, then that's a problem. You shouldn't have to beg someone to stay in your life. But what you do have to do is be content with the idea of being alone. A lot of people can't be alone, and I find that so interesting because I am an only child, and I have lived with no siblings for most of my life. And I mean most of my life. I'm 22. I have been an only child from like since 12, below there. So I have lived without any type of company, and I live alone. And a lot of people are like, I can't do it. Like, I can't just be by myself. And I think that's kind of sad, because that just shows that you have not really take time to enjoy your company. And although yes, company is nice, it's nice to have someone over, it's nice to have someone to talk to, but you have to realize that you can't rely on people being there. So that's when you really have to just like accept the fact that, hey, I do need to be comfortable with being alone. Yeah, I don't know what number we're probably on, like 4 or so. And mental health. A lot of people don't understand how important mental health is. And yes, you might look good from the outside, but a lot of time that does not reflect what you're feeling on the inside. And yes, it's okay not to be okay, but when things come to the state where you cannot get out of bed, you're skipping showers, you're not brushing your teeth, you're staying up all night, all these type of things, like, come on, like, there's so many signs of like your mental health depreciated. Anyways, your mental health decreasing. Like, I do suffer from a mental illness, and that is schizoaffective. And if you don't know what that is, it's basically schizophrenia and bipolar. So yeah, I don't like to take medications and stuff like that. So sometimes I do have my episodes where I'm like really, really depressed, and I don't want to get out of bed, or I would just like stay and just like doom scroll, because we all been there. And you know, my appetite would decrease, so I'll probably eat like once a day, or I'd stay up all night. Like I have done this like last week for probably 2 days where I just stayed up all night, which is not fun. It might be fun when you're like in high school, but when you're an adult and you realize that this is no longer just like staying up for like a video game, or like talking to friends, and like just staying up by yourself with your thoughts and stuff, yeah, it's not fun. So like a lot of people don't understand how important mental health is, because if you don't feel good here, then you're not going to function properly. You're not going to be able to do your job. You're not be able to do well in school. You're not going to be able to interact with people how you want to, because you honestly don't feel good in your cabeza, you know, like you don't feel good mentally. And a lot of people like laugh about mental health, but they don't take it serious. I know like a lot of parents don't believe in that thing, like depression and stuff, like, or you like just stop being sad, or you're ungrateful. And to people that have to deal with that shit like all the time, if you're like younger, I'm sorry, but eventually like you're gonna get out, so it's okay. Definitely just try to reward yourself, or keep a list of things that you do every day that might not seem important, which is probably just simply making your bed, or actually cooking a meal and not microwaving it, or taking a shower even if you don't feel like you want to, or going outside and walking, or just if you have any pets or siblings or friends, just like hanging out with them. You know, like you do have to like reward yourself and tell yourself that you're doing good when you are, because like I said with this previous, like a lot of times people won't be there to like tell you you're doing well, so you kind of have to be your own cheerleader, and that's okay. So if you're probably like going through something, I would definitely tell you, yeah, it's gonna get better, but it's probably gonna get a lot worse than it's gonna get better, which sucks, I know, but it's honest truth. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. So something else that I'm going to just like close off with this video is do not wish to be an adult. Don't. To anybody who just might be freaking like watching and they're like 16 or 15 or 13, or just like waiting on like, I can't wait to get out of my mom's house. Let me tell you, right now I don't have toilet paper. I gotta go to the store. Oh my gosh, I just scared my kitty face. Being an adult is cool and everything, especially like when you're on your own. Like you do have freedom. You have the ultimate freedom when you're on your own and you live by yourself. When you're with a roommate is different. Like just sometimes think of like living with your parents as a roommate, which is sometimes true when you get a certain amount of like age, I guess. But growing up has so much responsibilities that, you know, you're not prepared for. Like gotta be doing taxes. I'm trying to do my taxes and I know like I forgot. I'm sorry. You have to like stop procrastinating too much, because eventually if you don't do anything, nothing is gonna be done. If you don't do your laundry, it's not gonna be done. If you don't freaking get groceries, you're not going to have none. If you don't clean the house, it's gonna be dirty. If you don't cook, you have no food. Like there is so much things about being an adult that you don't think about until you're already crossed the bridge, and it's like, damn, now the bridge is broken and now I can't even like retrace my steps because it's too late. Like honestly, I know a lot of people can't wait till they get to 18. I know 21 is a big age in the US because like you're a legal adult. Like you could drink, you could go to parties, you could go to clubs, you could smoke, you could like buy shit. And like I was like that. I was like, I can't wait to get 21 so I could go in the shops, if you know what I mean. But being an adult is like really stressful sometimes. Like, honestly, it's not easy. It's not easy. So like, when you think like, hey, I can't wait to get there, I can't wait to be 18, there is nothing wrong with wanting to grow up, but don't grow up too fast. Don't grow up too fast. I have 2 younger siblings. My little sister just turned 10, and I can't believe she's 10. I only thought she was like 9 or something, but she's 10. She's 10 years old, and oh my gosh, like, it's hard to see her grow up, because I'm like, where are the times when you were like crawling around and like beating on the counter, you know? Like, life passes so quickly, and honestly, you gotta enjoy your teenagers. Like, I can't say that enough. Enjoy that, because I was an antisocial kid. Like, I would go out, but I didn't join clubs or nothing like that. I didn't do that stuff, and I wish I did. I wish I did. I wish I enjoyed my teenagers more and stopped being so much in the house. I am still in the house, if you can see. I do not go outside like that. Over the summer, I'm always outside, but usually, like, I don't go outside like that, and usually I just work and I stay home and I play video games, and I'm on my iPad, I'm on my phone. I don't have a social life, which literally sucks, but like, I just gotta tell you, like, if you're younger and you're looking at this and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't wait for me to be old enough to get out, I can't wait to graduate high school, take your time, sis. Bro, there is nothing that you should be so rushed or thrilled about for turning 20 to be in your like adulthood. There's nothing that is so freaking like important that you gotta be an adult for. There is nothing. Like, honestly, if you're thinking, or if you're just imagining to be an adult and imagine and picture your life to be a certain way by this amount of time, most of the time it's not gonna happen, because life is like so unpredictable. Sometimes, yes, you have a map, sometimes things go out how you plan, but a lot of time things aren't, and you just have to just like be okay with that. You could plan all you want, but sometimes, no matter how you went to execute that plan, it's not gonna happen. So definitely just like take your time when growing up. Don't grow up too fast. Don't try to grow up too fast. Don't be ingrowing people's stuff. Don't, just be a kid. Honestly, be a kid. There is nothing that you're missing out on. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, I have been wanting to do a video, but I just like didn't really know what to talk about, and since like I'm already like an adult, like I'm a grown adult now, I'm a woman in the making. Like, that's all I gotta say. And I hope you did enjoy this, and if you did, you could like, you could subscribe, or you don't have to, but if you do feel like this message should be sent to someone, or someone younger should see this, I would definitely recommend you to send it to them. That's all you have. That's all from your girl. It's your bigger sister Des with another video, and it's time to say bye. I